Welcome to the Alalibo Academy, educating the global learner. Please subscribe and make sure you hit the notification button so you may get some great videos down the road. Today we're looking at a very important concept, which is universal design learning. Universal design learning is a concept in higher education that is evolving, but nevertheless timely and relevant. And it's timely and relevant because of the shifting demographics across campuses, and because of globalization that has enabled students from all walks of life to go to other countries to study and to further their education. So UDL comes in to say we have to do things differently, and because of these factors, we have to do things differently. It's no longer business as usual. So the question then is, what is UDL? So Universal Design Learning, UDL. What is UDL? UDL is many things, but first let's take a look at some critical aspects of this. UDL is a pedagogy that is inclusive, that promotes inclusivity. It's inclusive, and it's inclusive because it sees the student as an individual. So students are individuals. Students are not numbers. They are not numbers. They are individuals, and this is important. When students are seen as individuals, it means a number of things, but it also means that their needs, academic needs, are met. Right, the academic needs, are met, because now we are saying that it's not a homogeneous experience. The experiences are different. And the challenges are different. And because the experiences and challenges are different, each student has to have a specialized plan, so to speak, and the faculty and administrators have to put in place strategies to meet those plans. And that's what UDL does. So UDL has acknowledged the individuality of students and is saying that we need to be more flexible. We need to be more flexible in the way we approach learning. And that flexibility includes a lot of things. So as part of that flexibility, students have access to course materials. They have access to course materials in different ways, not just through the traditional textbook, hard copy textbook, but through electronic means. And even within the electronic means, there are different platforms of how they can access the course materials. And what that means is students are able to study on their own terms. They're able to study on their own pace. And when that happens, they engage with the course materials. So UDL gives access and it's inclusive, but also allows students to engage with the course materials. Right? So students are able to engage with the course material, and when they engage with the course material, it's likely to lead to success because now they're interested. The educational experience is a good one for them. And they're interested in being successful in that course and successful in their education as well. So UDL is equity. It is equity because it's meeting students at their own needs, and it's recognizing that each student is unique with unique challenges, and those challenges must be met with deliberate and specific plans. That's what UDL is about. All right, so that by definition, UDL is all of these. In terms of application, then UDL says that we have to be flexible in how we assess students. So today, students are assessed through one means, or just a standard means, and we're saying that it's one size fits all. But UDL is saying no, that can no longer be the case. Because again, it's no longer business as usual. So using research report as an example, students are asked to write a research report, usually from anywhere from 8 to 15 pages. And this assumes that every student knows how to write a research report. It assumes that every student is proficient in the English language or in any language, any language of the medium of instruction. It assumes that. It also assumes that students know how to edit and proofread and also know how to use the right convention, whether it's APA, MLA, Chicago style, whatever the case may be. It assumes all of that. That students are very, very competent in writing research reports. And it doesn't acknowledge that some students have strengths in other areas, and some students have weaknesses in writing research report. It doesn't acknowledge that. So that's what UDL is saying, that we have to be flexible in the way we approach education, and we have to take into account the uniqueness of the student. So UDL further says that an assignment such as this can be fulfilled in different ways. So students that prefer the traditional research report can go ahead and do that. There's a place for that. But this assignment can be fulfilled as well through a video presentation. So students can present the same material, the same set of questions or topic through a video presentation. Or they can fulfill this requirement through a podcast, where they discuss the material in depth, where they engage one another, where they demonstrate. And this is very important and a key aspect of UDL, allowing students to demonstrate their knowledge of the course content through a means that they are comfortable with. So some students are very have ability in verbal communication, so they can express it using a podcast. Some have ability in video presentation, so they can avail themselves of this opportunity. And some, of course, are good in research writing, so they can do that as well. And yet some more are perhaps confident in the traditional presentation using PowerPoint. And they can also avail themselves to fulfill this requirement. That's what UDL says. And that's what UDL is all about. So by way of impact then, UDL gives us retention because students persist towards graduation. Some of the barriers that are in place for them are reduced because of the flexibility extended, because of the accommodation that is extended, because of the equity that is recognized, that not everyone has the same experience. So retention, it gives us retention, it gives us satisfaction, student satisfaction. It's important here as well, because when students are satisfied with the experience in the classroom, when they are satisfied with the course material, when they are satisfied with how they engage their professors, they are more likely to persist towards graduation as well. And that is a very important point. And it also gives them an opportunity to demonstrate their strengths, an opportunity to demonstrate their strengths. And this is also important because we are telling students, we recognize your strengths. We know you have strengths and we recognize those strengths, and we're giving you opportunity to demonstrate those strengths. And that is a very, very important point as well. And finally, UDL recognizes diversity, recognizes diversity of the student population. And that recognition is important to students because it establishes to students that they're individuals, and the fact that they're individuals and their individualism is being acknowledged by the institution. And that acknowledgement motivates them to be successful. And that acknowledgement says to them that I am not a number, I am an individual. So UDL has come to stay. It's evolving. It has come to stay, and it's giving students options and opportunities to be successful in their pursuit of higher education. Thank you.